Hey, my name is Susan Strouse, and I am here to talk with you about the labyrinth. The labyrinth is a very ancient meditation practice, a walking meditation practice. There were labyrinths in ancient Greece, but it was interesting how in modern times it really was discovered by an Episcopal priest who found the labyrinth in the cathedral at Chartres in France. And it had been covered over, and she managed to discover what was under there and found this beautiful labyrinth, and then really kind of made it her life's work to bring that back to us and make it new again. And it has become a really wonderful spiritual practice. And so many people get confused about what a labyrinth is. It's not a maze. You can't get lost in a labyrinth. There's only one path in, and it's the same path that comes out. So it's not like getting lost in a corn maze or something like that. The idea is that as you prepare to enter the labyrinth, that you center yourself a bit and perhaps go in with some sort of intention or question that you might have, something that maybe you've been struggling with or wondering about, or a project that you need some clarity on, or anything that's kind of on your heart right now. And go into the labyrinth with some openness about receiving a word, I don't want to say a message, but some sort of insight that you're open to spirit at that point, the spirit of creativity. And then as you walk the labyrinth, and there's no right way to do it other than just keep going, one foot in front of the other. Some people go very slowly, some people go quickly, some people love to dance the labyrinth. I've been on a labyrinth where they have bells that you can pick up along the way, and some people, they have yoga on the labyrinth. There is some labyrinth etiquette that if you come up behind somebody on the path, just pass them. It's okay. You don't have to go along at their pace. Just pass them. It's all right. Or somebody is approaching you as you're coming in and they're coming out, just step off the path and let them go by. It's okay. You're not going to fall off the face of the earth, and then just get back on the path again. And then you get into the center. Although getting into the center is a very interesting thing because it's not a straight path in. It's very winding. And there are times when you feel like the path is taking you very, very close to the center. And there are other places that then the path takes you very far away from the center and you're really out on the edge of the labyrinth. And that really is like the spiritual journey, right? Sometimes you feel very centered, very close to the divine, to holy presence, and other times you feel very, very far away. So it's really a metaphor for life, the spiritual journey. So you're winding around and around and around, and eventually you get to the center. And there you can spend as much time as you want, just being there in silence and meditation and prayer, just in being at the center, and hopefully feeling like you are centered in yourself and centered in the divine presence. And then you walk out again. And the idea is now you're walking back out into the world. And it's the same process, around and around, and sometimes you're close to the center, sometimes you're out on the edge, and eventually you come out to the place where you started. And I always like to leave the path and then just take a moment to turn around, pause for a moment, and either fold hands and bow to the center, or just pause for a moment just to be grateful for the experience and whatever insight perhaps came to you as you walked in or walked out. I find that oftentimes I get more clarity when I'm able to go in with some sort of intention. But if you don't, that's okay too. Just go in. And it's a wonderful method of relaxation as well as being open to some sort of spiritual insight. So hopefully you will find a labyrinth. It's also, you can do sand labyrinths and finger labyrinths and drawing labyrinths, because even if you can't walk, you can draw a labyrinth or trace a labyrinth, and the motion that's in your brain is the same motion that is as you walk the labyrinth. It's this wonderful sort of cosmic circular path, like the whirling dervishes and other things, other practices that are that cosmic circle.